All right, viewers, welcome back. Um, just gonna go over a few things about, you know, what politicians from the left are saying. It's just crazy. So, this Alexandria Acosta Cortez made a comment yesterday, and it's just so out of depth of knowing just the basic psychology of people. Like, I'm not educated in this department, but just realizing that people have a need for fulfillment, achievement, and reward. It's just the nature of humans. I mean, it's just they need to do something. Uh, I guess we got to go and say, even it's everybody, even criminals and people who commit crimes and good people that live and people who believe in religion and everybody, they have certain goals that they set to get to these achievements. Otherwise, you're just walking around. You might as well, if you don't have any, if you don't believe in anything. But when you say that people shouldn't go back to work when they open up everything so that they could get like some kind of protest, look, that's so irresponsible. And that just goes against human nature. And for anybody to even suggest that would be okay, it's just ludicrous. So out of touch with just humanity. And this is a person who talks about universal basic income, having people live in a living wage, and all this talk about that. Look, you guys, you socialists are getting your way. America is becoming a socialist country. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. There's only a couple of things that can happen from here. The economy could only, at this point, get a little worse before it gets better. And the losses are so far, we're so far past the breaking point that the only way to correct, the future, and I feel bad for my children because there's, there's like a saying, if they, once they do something and it's working, they'll never go back to the other thing. And this is why I think we may never be full blown. We'll never call it a country, a socialist country. We'll never be a Venezuela or anything like that. But I think the model is going to show that no matter how we try to deny ourselves, America's becoming a socialist country. And that's where we lose it. It's not going to be America anymore. Forget about capitalism and free enterprise and all that. In order to correct what's happening and what's going to happen through the summer, I mean, just to correct, we are going to need several years. There's no miracle comeback. There's no, right, left, center. No, there's not going to be any magic wand this time, like Obama liked to say with the magic wand, and then Trump likes to reiterate these. He's like, "Oh yeah, I had the magic wand." That's not going to happen this time, because we went so far. We're closing this country that it's going to take probably several years, and in order to correct, yes, we're going to have to implement socialist programs. And not only that, the tax percentage, what we got to tax people, what the government's going to have to tax people, income tax, tax on food, tax on everything that you use, just to regain some portion of this debt that we're incurring, that we're going to have to pay into. That they're going to have, there's not going to be enough taxes to go around to make all this right. Especially all these give outs they're giving now. $600 a week, these stimulus, these business loans, all this stuff. How do you pay it back? Well, it comes back in the form of inflation. Now, inflation could work in a sense to kind of get people back to work, because if you inflate something and there's a demand for it, then it has to be produced. And if it's being produced at this higher number, more likely companies will still use their business model of obtaining their product. Like if they want to assemble something like this, and this one company makes the casing and the other company makes the components, and they're still able to buy the product and the components at the price previously to this pandemic. And if that's all good, and they can still sell this product for double of what they were selling it for a year ago, then that's probably good for people who work in that industry, because maybe the wages will go up a little bit. But that's not going to be true for everybody. Especially, I believe in commodities will probably won't recover for 10 years at this rate. We're talking about the commodities market. How's that going to recover? And if it does, we're going to, as consumers, it's going to come on us in either tax or inflation. So if they collect more tax, they're going to need a bigger government. Bigger government means more social programs, get those people who eventually probably will say, well, why would I go back to work if the government is still offering these stimulus for me to stay home, or government programs that aid me to just have an okay life? And that's the thing. That's what you're telling people? It's okay to just have an okay life? It's your life, true. But human nature, by any degree, just like, there has to be a certain amount of, accomplishment to your life. And if you don't have that, then what are you doing? Like, you go out and do something and figure it out. Go take walks, read books, educate yourself. But listening to politicians who just blatantly lie for their own agenda, or relying on government, that's not freedom. You're being controlled. So, I stopped listening. Don't matter. I don't care anymore. Right, left, center, progressive, conservative, all of them. They seem to all have failed the American people. And okay, so now I say that, and I know my country is not the America I grew up in, but I'm hoping that there's the few people that are out there that still believe in the Bill of Rights and the Constitution and the freedom of America, and the idea of what it is, that still hold on to that and look forward to making progress in their life and doing something that's natural for humans, is to have achievement. And as long as we have that, we don't need people to be going on work strikes and protesting against the man. Who the hell's the man anymore? Every time I read something, every time I go into an article, it's a new corruption. It's corruption over corruption over corrupt. There's so many layers. When you peel that lemon, by the time that onion, by the time you get to the center, you don't have no more tears to cry. Anyway, you think about that. Let me know what you think. Please leave comments. I love to have a debate with anybody about it. Take care.